I'm not going to clickbait you and tell you how to 10x your conversion rate because, to be honest, that's a bit unrealistic. Instead, I'm going to show you exactly how I doubled my conversion rate on one of my stores that's currently doing 50K per month. There are so many little tweaks and changes that you can do to your store that will help improve your conversion rate. Not one of these changes is going to instantly improve your conversion rate, but if you implement a few of them, it could improve your conversion rate by 2x, 3x, even 4x. I'm going to list out the most important tips that you need to change on your store right now to start improving your conversion rate. Before we get into this, I just want to say if you're struggling and not getting sales and not making a profit, there'll be a link below to work with me one-on-one and we can get you started. I don't have any BS courses that will claim to make you a millionaire. Instead, I only offer one-on-one coaching, which is by far the best way to learn and grow in my opinion. Alright, let's jump into this video. Okay, first things first is your header on your store. Your header needs to be simple, but also display some sort of urgency or promotion that your store is having. This is the first thing people see on your store, and it's usually the first thing that they read. Something along the lines of 50% off and free shipping this month only works great, and you can also tweak that a little bit to make it customizable to your store. You want to do something that's different that not every single store is doing, so you can change a few words and make it stand out. I like to keep my header black and the text white. I think it looks clean and doesn't overcomplicate things. The next area of focus that I want to talk about is your product pictures on your product description page. Ideally, you want to have custom branded images of your product that really brand the product and make your store seem like it's one of a kind. First things first, for these product pictures, they should all be the same exact size and in a square format. This allows the customer to swipe through pictures without the size of the screen changing through each picture. I should even have to say this, but make sure your pictures aren't blurry. I see so many stores with blurry product images, just don't even put them on there. If you can't find any, still don't use blurry pictures, they are horrible. Make sure there's no writing on your products that don't relate to your store, like no Chinese writing or any other brand names on the product that aren't your brand. I think both white background photos and UGC style photos work fine as long as they follow the points that I just mentioned. You can easily brand these pictures by adding your logo into the right corner of these pictures. You can use Canva for free to do this, it's very easy. You can even add your logo across the pictures and lower the transparency so it's a little bit blurry and comes off as like a watermark. Okay, the next point I want to talk about is having a dynamic checkout button on your product description page. Having a dynamic checkout button is very important because it lowers the amount of clicks that your customer needs to make a purchase. For example, with a dynamic checkout button, your customer does not need to add the product to their cart. Instead, they can press this button and it directly takes them to the checkout page. Moving on to arguably the most important part is your product description. Your product description needs to be very simple but also efficient. I like to think of it as writing a product description for a 6th grader and explaining the product to them in their terms. Outline the problem, how your product solves this problem, and any other details that may be important for the customer to know. For example, sizes, shipping times, instructions, and your money back guarantee. Those are all things you can add to your product page. I like to use ChatGPT to write a foundation for the product page and then go back and change what I need to take out or add sentences that need to be added. Make sure any headlines in your product description are the same size. Usually I use heading 2 on Shopify for all my headlines in 1-sentence text. For anything over 1 sentence long, I always just keep it as a paragraph and I always center everything. All the pictures, headlines, and paragraphs should all be centered. Your product description definitely needs pictures or GIFs or a combination of both for every single product you test. Make sure that all these images or GIFs are the same exact size. Usually I have them set at 200. You can drag the corner all the way up in Shopify to make sure that the images are all the same size. Moving through the funnel, at the bottom of your product description should have reviews. Customer reviews will obviously improve your conversion rate, and I think they're essential to have when you're testing products. I like to add a minimum of 20 reviews per product test and at least 5 of those reviews with pictures of the product. I think the more reviews the merrier. It just takes time to import them or write them out, but at least 20 reviews minimum. Another thing I want to mention is to stay away from countdown timers or any scammy badges that you think might help your conversion rate. In reality, they just come off scammy and it's not really needed. Your store itself should look clean and simple and gain the trust of your customer just how it is. There's no need for extra badges or extra social proof. Don't get me wrong, there are some good badges you can use, like the as seen on or as seen in, like the magazines or TikTok badges. Those are okay. I don't use them on every single product. It's kind of like if it goes along with the product page, I'll use it, but for the most part, I don't even use them. If you have too many badges or pop-ups or spinners, it can really bring down your conversion rate and could be a reason why you're not getting any sales. If you've made it this far in the video, I'm about to give you a huge tip that I've used to raise my conversion rate on all my stores. The tip isn't something that you change on your store, it's more about understanding your target market. Any single product that you're testing or scaling is most likely on Amazon, and you can go on Amazon and read hundreds and hundreds of reviews of your product. In these reviews, you can find out any questions or concerns that these customers are having about this product. You can use these reviews to highlight any questions, concerns, or even highlights of your product. I swear if you read through these reviews, you will find perfect headlines to put around your store of people actually talking about the product and their own experience with it. I hope this video has helped you a lot, and I hope you can implement this into your store right now. Let me know how this works and comment down below if your conversion rate has gone up after watching this video. Thanks, see you next time.